Hey guys, welcome to How It's Designed. Today we're going to break down a Solidworks model of a coronavirus mask. Super handy in today's world. So this design is a little bit different because we're going to dabble in some configurations. We're going to make the entire model first, and then we're going to break it down into configurations to separate the parts that way. So let's get started. So we're going to start with the main shell of the mask. You can see we have a threaded portion where the cap is going to screw onto for breathing. We've got the little air holes. So with that said, let's start from the top. In this design, we are going to use some mask blueprints to get that nice organic shape around the edges. So we are going to turn on some planes and import a picture of a mask to get some inspiration. So we'll get this side view where we can get the overall dimensions from roughly. We'll do the rest of our views here. We'll have a front view. Top and back. Just to start laying out some general boundaries. And then we're going to start outlining the curves. So on the side view where this picture is, we're going to do a spline along the side outline where the mask touches the outline of your face. And then we're going to do the same thing with sketch 6 around the front contour here. So both those curves are going to meet at the top and bottom, about 130 millimeters. And then we are going to use the projected curve feature to make a 3D projected curve from sketch 5 and sketch 6. We're going to make this plane in the front where the cap is going to go through the point on sketch 5 and parallel to the front plane. Now we're going to do a surface using, we have sketch 3, that is from the side, it's going to be this spline on this outline right here. So once we have the side outline and the front outline. Now we can make our surface from the curve we made from those other sketches and sketch 3 that we just drew up. Selecting the front plane as the direction. Let's hide some of these planes. So you can see it's starting to match up. Now we want to thicken the boundary a little bit, a couple millimeters, and do a surface trim from this sketch so we can start figuring out the breathing hole using the front picture here. Trim that outline. Which sketch is that? All right, now we've got something like this. Doesn't look like much yet. Now we're gonna do a circular extrude, which is gonna start creating more support, more material for the breathing hole. So just a simple sketch on plane 12. And then we are going to create a sketch on that back face. And cut away material all the way up to this surface here, the inside surface. Now we just have the outer circular part. And we'll extrude the inner circle. Now we are going to make a profile along the edge of the mask where the rubber sealant goes in. So we are going to take that face and make a sketch. A little C-channel groove, and we're going to sweep it along that path. Selecting that profile and curve 1. Now we are going to create a plane offset from the front about halfway into the mask where our tabs are going to go for the strings. So we are going to create plane 15 first. We'll have this sketch on that plane to then create other perpendicular planes so we can then sketch the tabs. So we'll create plane 18 and 19. We're gonna hit sketch and create these outlines on each to then extrude. Same thing with this one. So this is where the strings will go. Add some fillets in there. Now we'll finally mirror the whole thing about the right plane. So, selecting all the features that we've done so far. So after we mirror bodies, then we're going to start creating the breathing holes for the front. So we got this sketch. We're gonna extrude it. Two millimeters in. Then we're going to use a fill pattern for the breathing holes. Selecting this circular face, circular pattern layout, 47 times, and along this line. If you don't know where fill pattern is, it's gonna be, you go insert, or not, you can just go to fill pattern here. Now we're gonna start making the cover. You'll see in a minute why we're building the entire assembly as one part. We're gonna do different configurations, one for the cover, one for the mask, and one for the rubber seals. So we're gonna build everything now. We're gonna do a boss extrude of that sketch over this part. Add some fillets. We're going to split this body from the surface here. And then we're going to add this sketch on the ID size so that we can add our spiral feature. And you can control the pitch, revolutions, etc. So that way we have a helix. Started on the outside where the cap is going to screw onto. added this sweep from this path onto the outside. I'm going to do just a little profile for each thread. We're going to choose that spiral we did earlier and that profile for the shape for the profile. Hit OK. Now we're just adding some chamfers. And we're doing a swept cut for the cap. On the cap, we'll cut material using similar profile. And that spiral we added. So we're cutting away material. So now we have the mating threads, male and female. And we will add this projected sketch onto the face of the cover using convert entities and cut those holes so that they line up. added more pitch to the threads. Adding some more fillets. Now we have the sweep we added for the rubber seal using this profile. Which starts on the right plane. Just a slot shape. And then select the same path we did earlier for the grooves. Mirror it. So now that we've built the entire assembly as one part, now we can hide and delete what we need to then make separate configurations to represent each part. So for the main shell of the mask, we keep just these bodies, and we delete the cap and these rubber seals. And we'll name this configuration just mask body. And we can add different configuration names depending on which body we keep. So that was the main mask body. For the cover, we just keep this outer portion, and we have a separate configuration labeled for that. And then for the rubber seals, we just keep that body, and we have the other one suppressed. So that's another way to make separate parts from one single design tree. Now all we have to do is assemble it. So when we import each configuration as a different part, this is what the final result looks like. Now all you need is just the straps for putting on the mask, and there you go. Be sure to check out future videos on how it's designed. I really like working with me and my team on getting these designs and showing them to all you guys out there. Share this with your friends. Comment below what you would like to see next. And check out my website. It's launching soon, howitsdesigned.com, for more content. I'll catch you later.